questions for Coach?
Thanks, Coach. You must be pretty impressed with your defense, giving up 36 points and really shutting it down fast break.
I thought the defense was great. I mean, we contained penetration, we pressed them, and rebounded well. You know, got after their good players, the guys that we were worried about. Phillips got away from us a little bit. He's a good player, but we made him work. Workman-like effort, I thought.
When you have to probably be pretty happy with the way Marble came out shooting ball. I think he hit like 6 of his first 9 shots.
Marble's playing great. He's confident. You know, he's got you know, a diverse game. He can score in a lot of different ways, and you know, we're obviously a better team when he's on the floor, and you know, he's very comfortable whether he has it, whether he's off the ball, whether he's playing the 3 spot. Doesn't matter.
When you see 4 of 21 from three-point range, how much of that was poor shot selection? How much of it would you say was good looks that just weren't falling?
We, you know, the only thing you could have said was a couple times we shot it quick, but everybody was open. You know, I'm very comfortable with the shots we took.
Everything okay with Josh's shot?
Playing great in practice. You know, he's pressing a little bit. I feel bad for him. You know, I think I should have put him in the second half the other night, but it was a kind of a game where we kind of went with that defensive unit, the small, quick defensive group, and those guys got it done for us. So I left him in. You know, he understands that. You know, he's very professional in his understanding of how we do things. And you know, I went to him early. He got great. Our guys were looking for him, and I would tell him to take the exact same shots in the next game, if not more.
The Marble's doing a good job of getting inside that zone, getting in the middle of the zone, and either scoring or passing. That's what you got to do, right? Because you're probably going to see it until you start making shots.
Well, you know, if you're moving people around. If you're flashing somebody to the high post, it's got to be somebody who can make a play from there. If you get it to the low post, it's got to be somebody who can make a play from there. And I thought, for the most part, we did a pretty good job, certainly with Marble in the high post. Aaron White was there. In the low post, they were doubling from the opposite post. They were doubling from the blind side. And we didn't have too many turnovers. We had few, and we didn't get a lot done down there offensively.
What did you notice Aaron White doing better, I guess, in the second half, going from having just 4 points to finish with 16?
You know, I played him a lot in the second half. I just think he played the way he plays. I mean, I played him at both spots in the second half. I thought he was terrific in the first half on a point of the press. You know, we only had, it's funny because we only had 1 steal at halftime, but we had a 5-second call. We threw it out of bounds a couple times. They had to take a timeout. Might have to take 2 timeouts, I don't remember. But we were giving them problems with it, and we were disrupting their rhythm. They're a rhythm team. They like to come down and run sets. They run a lot of good stuff, and we just disrupted them with our pressure.
How do you feel the freshmen have settled in a little bit a few games in now?
Well, I thought they played great. I mean, they didn't shoot as well as they did in the last game. I thought Woodbury was terrific. You know, Mike and Anthony, I thought were really good, making plays, running the break, pushing the ball. And we got some real good looks at it, both of them. They didn't make them from 3, but still were a main factor in the game.
Do you expect some maybe rough spots that you try to look for combinations and settle on your rotation?
I'm real comfortable with what these guys are doing. You know, we're trying different combinations. They all seem to be working. You know, obviously the real challenge will be as we move forward. But we found a combination that worked the other night and won us a close game. And then same thing tonight. We were able to spread it.
Gable Lesteni seemed to come on. He's played with more confidence than I think I've seen him play with.
You know, it's funny because he's so conscientious. He's almost too conscientious. You know, and he's playing Phillips, shot fake guy, and the first time he catches these shot fakes, Gabe goes up and gives him a 3-point play. And that's the kind of thing that a lot of kids would just be able to let it go, and he knows he wasn't supposed to leave the floor, and he's probably tougher on himself than I am on him. I was pretty upset when he did that because we had talked about it, but he came back. I mean, his activity in the second half, I thought was spectacular, and that's great to see.
Next game, Gardner-Webb, they've already played North Carolina. I think they lost by 17, but they've been in an intimidating environment before.
Yeah, they're not going to rattle. I mean, that's a terrific program. They've got athletes. They've got some experience. They've got good guard play. You know, we got our hands full with them.
you change the way you approach this with just one off day in between as you're trying to teach?
You know, I mean, we'll still, we'll make some teaching points from this game. We'll move a little bit quicker onto Gardner-Webb. We've got, obviously, we'll have a couple of meetings tomorrow and a practice, and then we'll go ahead and meet again on Saturday, before the shoot, after the meal, and we'll have enough time to digest, the game plan.
You mentioned with the three-pointers today, you thought your guys got a lot of open shots. What do you think was the issue? They weren't going down?
I don't think there's any issue. They just didn't go in. I mean, I don't think you can do anything other than if good shooters are taking good shots, keep shooting. If you got the wrong guys shooting contested shots, well, that's a problem. But that wasn't the problem tonight.
Coach, talk about the defense leading to transition layups and dunks, especially in the second half.
We felt like this was a game we could run, and we really wanted to push the ball. And it happened a little bit in the first half, obviously much more in the second half. And we got out, and once we got it comfortably above 20, then they hit a couple shots, but we felt like we were in control of the game, and that's how we want to play. We want to play fast.
Coach Devin was icing his hand on the bench at the end of the game. Any concerns with a quick turnaround?
No, he'll be fine. He's a tough kid.
Okay.